Hey everyone, welcome back to Sword of Mana. Since the last episode, I made it to the top of the North Glass Desert on my own time, so that way we can proceed through the Ruined Passage a little bit quicker than we did. If you need help getting up here, just take a look at episode 57. I believe that's the one that we got through here on. Hang on a sec, I'm going to turn my TV's volume down a little bit because I don't want it to affect the microphone too much. There we go. A little bit better. So, since we're already here, let's head into the Ruined Passage then. Hopefully they unsealed it by this point. Well, let's see what's going on here. Huh? Wait a minute. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was getting tired of waiting for you to show up. But you did my job for me. You decided to come to me, so now I can cut you to pieces and get your evil out of this world, Gorman. Is that really a surprise? Yeah! Yeah, what did you do to her? Good. Oh! So the apparent Lord of Evil happens to be kind of incompetent, huh? Well, that's a surprise for me. What do you mean messed up, though? Oh dear God, a very vivid image just came into my mind, and I'm not going to explain it, because it's terrible. So that I can kill you? That's what I thought. Or he could swallow our souls! But I don't think that's ever going to happen. Jesus. This guy reminds me more and more of a chef every time I see him. Maybe that's why he's so evil. No, probably not. You're on our side today, huh? What are you talking about? Well, yeah, but I'm not going to take your help. Yeah, you tell him. What do you mean, don't push ourselves? We're not pushing anything. The only person we're going to be pushing is you. Hopefully pushing you off a cliff. Huh. And what does that have to do with us? Oh! Yeah, remember how Bogard said that you would need a Mayvol to get there? Well, apparently there's a Mayvol in the sealed cave. Apparently Gormand is too evil to help us out himself. Considering he's a Mayvol himself, he could have just opened the passage for us, but... Yeah, you know, we could be running headlong into a trap. Oh, I see. See, Gorman wants Julius's soul. Well, he wants one of our souls at one point. And, he's not really playing a side. At least not yet. He's just insane, so... Well, yeah. I mean, considering you hang around pretty much the strongest people in the world, I wouldn't be surprised, but... Yeah, see, he's kind of like a mercenary of souls! But, yeah, that's what he plays for, is souls. So, he's not really interested in good or evil. He's just... insane. Yeah, what a creep. You said it, Elena. Well, I'm going there, but, trust me, coming from you, I mean, I would think the sealed cave would be one of the most difficult challenges in the game. So, I think before we head to the sealed cave... What do you mean a guest's farewell? See, that's what I'm talking about. See, she can't be eaten. She's mine. Well, anyway, coming from Gormand, a challenge like that, I would imagine the sealed cave is quite difficult. So, before we actually go there, I would imagine, considering it's coming from Gormand and he's, you know, the Lord of Evil and all, and he's supposed to be a representation of the Grim Reaper and everything like that, I would think that legions of dark beings await us on the sealed isle. So, before we head there, I'm actually going to make some slight preparations, which means more side questing. Yay! Oh, you guys probably hate me for that because I won't move on with the plot, but point of the matter is that we only really have 3 side quests left to do in the game here. We only have to do this one, and a couple of others which we can't do quite yet. Well, we could do both of them, actually, but I'm not going to do them quite yet. Regardless of that fact, I will meet you at the Ish Armory, because we are not going to blast to the Sealed Isle. We are going to blast somewhere else. You'll see when we get there. I'll meet you in a minute. Professor, what are you still doing out here? I mean, there is no one around at this point. And even if there was, who in their right mind would want to come out here at this hour? I mean, it is 3 in the goddamn morning, Professor, and can I get shot to Wendell, please? Thanks. Anyway, we're back, and we're at the Ish Armory in order to blast off to Wendell, but we're not going to be here for long. Apparently, Duke and Elena joined the circus at some point. That's how they know how to cannonball so well on their way through. So anyway, we're now on the Wendell coast. I don't actually want to accomplish anything in Wendell at this point. Like, not yet. We will come back to Wendell for what I want to accomplish. But right now, I want to actually go ahead and do something else. I want to get my notes out for my Sword of Mana LP that I don't have up yet on my computer screen here, because they contain notes for where I can find all of the remaining Wisp spirits in the world, and you can actually get all of them now. So, as you know, Elena started the game off with the first Wisp in her possession, and we got the second Wisp from Assad. I'm trying to make it daytime here so that the duck GIs come out. I'll explain that in a second. We got a second one from Assad by paying 3 pieces of Dudbear's gold, and we got a third one from Yaz in Lorimar Castle. So now there's 5 left, and in order to get those 5, I need to do a little bit of side questing. Now the first thing that I need to do primarily here is I need to do a little bit of grinding here on the Wendell coast. Now, it's not really experience grinding, especially because of the fact that it's, I'm not actually getting very much experience for this. So, I'm pretty much just going around finding, like, easy monsters to kill that also happen to drop light coins some of the time. This is going to be a little bit more difficult for Elena because she doesn't have the ring as accomplished as Duke does on his file. Like, she doesn't have Ninja Master, so see how he dropped a light coin there? Duck GIs and Death Flowers, the Death Flowers that you found in the Marsh Cave and Scaly Lair, are the quickest method at this point in the game to give you light coins. I think there are definitely other monsters that drop light coins, but these ones offer the least amount of experience and will probably require the least amount of time for you to kill. And Duke just killed the one that I need to do. In order for you to get make some progress with getting these light coins. If anything else drops a treasure chest besides the Duck GIs, just don't pick it up. And just leave it so that it comes back. But basically what you want to do in order to grind these light coins up is you want to stay on the one screen and you want to try to kill the Duck GI last. Because that way it can only drop a chest last, like I've been explaining. I explained way back towards the beginning of the game. So you want to do that, and that will cause it to that will allow you to get the most out of your light coin grinding. And once you get 10 light coins, you're set for this point, because you only need 10. Right now I think I have 5. I'm not going to be able to look unless I'm in battle and it's evening, but anyway, let me look at my coins here real quick. Oops, that's not coins, that's Tiny Tapper. Yeah, I have 5 light coins right now. As you can see, they have support spell effects on them, but you really don't want to use them for the support spell effects. You want to use them for the what I'm going to use them for later on. And I will tell you exactly what we're going to use them for when we actually go ahead and get the rest of the Wisps. But for now, in order to continue with getting all of the Wisps, I need to get all 10 of the light coins that I need. So basically, I'm going to go grind them up, and then I will meet you guys. Where am I going after this? I will meet you guys in the Vinquette vicinity, where the first hothouse in the game is, because we have something to do over there. So I'm going to take care of all the grinding that I need to do here in order to get the light coins, and then I'll be right back. Alright, we're back now, and we're in the area with the hothouse in Vinquette vicinity. I found a better place to grind for the light coins than the one that I showed you. Hopefully I'll remember to put it in the editing process. But basically, the area one screen to the east of the one that I was on when I was talking about grinding up for light coins always has a duck GI spawning on that in all the enemy formations that are on that map. So if you go one screen to the east from the one I was in, which is one screen south and one screen to the east of Wendell, you can find duck GIs all the time. And basically what you do is you stand next to this one rock that's next to the shoreline, because that's the farthest away from the duck GIs you can be, so your partners don't accidentally kill them before you kill all the rest of the enemies. And then you kill all the other enemies first, then you kill the duck GI. If it drops a chest, grab it, see if it's a light coin. If it doesn't drop a chest, then you go back to the rock. I found that the death flowers, like I tried going to the death flowers after I figured out that the one that I had originally used wasn't that great, but apparently they don't drop it as much as the duck GIs do, because I got the 4 remaining light coins that I needed on that screen with all the duck, when every spawn has a duck GI in it. I got them relatively quickly from that one too, so that's probably the best place to grind for light coins on the game. We still need to get that wood coin, but we'll do that eventually. Now I'm in the hothouse, and the thing that you want to do in order to activate this little part of the side quest of getting all of the spirits that you can get left here is you want to have it so that Lil Cactus has written down in his diary about everything that you've done so far that he can write down about. So any side quests that you've done and everything like that, you want to have him write them down. Now you of course do that by speaking to him and then leaving. So what you do is once he's written all of that stuff down, let me just speak to him real quick just so that to add to the effect here, like say, oh, I don't know what's actually going to happen here, but when you do so and you have him write down everything, you go to leave and, oh, well that's interesting. But yeah, the spirit will contact you. Now in order to get this to happen, you have to have that spirit's skill level at level 30 or above. Which I just happened to get through just going through the game by myself. If you need to get a spirit level up without going through the game by yourself, like you need to grind it or something like that, you can go and grind it on the Skull Drakes in the North Glass Desert, because they provide for the easiest way to get experience for that, other than the Cyclopses, which we will be taking care of later. So, when it's at skill level 30, and Lil Cactus is done talking about everything he needs to talk about in his diary, you can leave the hothouse and a spirit will contact you. But apparently, the spirit is in trouble. Oh no, it's trapped in the Hall of Darkness. The simple point is, Mac, we need your help! Okay then, I guess I'll go to Vinquette Hall in order to rescue this Wisp. Now the thing that with this is that I have to go all the way back through Vinquette Hall into the dining room area, which is the room like 2 screens before where we fought Count Lee originally. So I'm going to do that off screen and spare you guys the torment of listening to me talk for another 52 minutes and spare myself the torment of coming up with commentary for that, even though it's just something that we have to do. If you need help getting there, you can watch the Halloween special. I've marked them on the episode list as Halloween specials, so that'll help you get through there if you need help to get there. But otherwise, I'll just meet you in the dining hall. And we are back. I'm actually coming to you guys about 2 days after I did the last part of this episode, but well, I'll explain that in more detail, probably a little bit later. Basically, it can be summed up to 2 things: work and school. Yeah, but anyway, let's continue here. We go into the dining room here, and Black Dudbear? Okay, whoa, it's digging. Okay, that's odd. And it doesn't take any damage while it's digging. Excellent. So basically, I would explain what's going on, but I have to fight off a boss here first. You will come out of the ground! And it doesn't take any damage from magic. Okay, from light magic. Okay, how about this? Well, if he'd get out of the freaking ground, maybe I could tell. Come on, come on. Okay. He takes damage from melee attacks, apparently, but he doesn't. I wish I had the timing down for melee for Elena. Oh, look, he's dead. Never mind. And thus, Christmas was saved. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Yeah, we bailed you out, so I guess you have to help us out, I guess. There we go. We get the 4th Wisp. Awesome. That didn't take very long. Could have leveled up my Nox for all I know from that, but whatever. Anyway, that's the 4th Wisp. Let me just cross it off my list here, and then we will move on. The next 3 Wisps that we need to get require us to go to certain spots on the map. And I will be taking care of that right now. I'll just meet you at those spots. The first spot that we have to get to is the Batmo cave entrance on the Topple side. And we need to pray to a mana statue there in order to get the 5th Wisp. So I'll just meet you guys over there then. Okay, we are on the Topple side of the Batmo cave now. As far as I know, in order to get this specific Wisp, it has to be morning or noon time. I'm not sure if it has to be the Mana Holiday, but I guess if you guys are hearing this, it probably is right now. So let's pray here and see what happens. Here we go. So yeah, morning or noon time, and you pray to the statue with, I think it's 3 Wisps in your possession. It might be 4. But if you do that, you will get access to another Wisp Spirit. So, there's that. So that's 1. Now, the next one, let me take a look at my list again here. All this work on video work for a bunch of editing, which is just going to take me a lot longer. And it also means that I'm going to have to only get 1 episode out of this, pretty much. Okay, we need... In order to get this next Wisp Spirit, because we have 5 right now, so in order to get the 6th one, it needs to be the Mana Holiday during the daytime, and you need to have 10 light coins and 4 Wisps. So, and you need to pray to another mana statue. So I will meet you at that mana statue. It's in the Topple area. You should recognize it when we get there. But yeah, I'll just meet you guys over there then on the Mana Holiday at noon. Never thought we'd have to come back to this place, did you? Well, if you come over here with 10 light coins and at least 4 Wisps in your possession, on the Mana Holiday at noon, Wisp will appear at the entrance to Cascade Cottage. So you just walk up to him and talk to him, and you will be able to recruit this Wisp as well. So that is 6 down and 2 to go. But as long as we're in the Topple area, I'd actually like to take care of a couple of things here. There's 2 things I'd like to do here. If you've been following the side quests fairly well, then you should know what I'm getting at here. So I'll just meet you in the village of Topple then. In the village of Topple, we have exactly 1 more thing to do in order to fully complete this town and check it off our list. So since we're in the area, I figured we might as well take care of this now. Now, in order to do this part, you need to have the barbecued tail that you got from Marco in Lorimar. So let's talk to Luke again and deliver the barbecued tail to him. Yes, it is. Oh. Wow. That's kind of nasty. Huh. Well, that was thoughtful of him. That's cool. Yeah, we did, actually. We delivered the newt, and he gave us the tail back, so I guess that's what this is for. Yeah, he's alive. He's still working, and he might be a little while before he comes back, but, you know, as long as he has consolation that his dad's still alive, I'm sure Luke will be happy. Yeah, he'll be here again eventually. Oh, it wasn't a big deal. Anything for what you're about to give us, you know. And for doing that entire side quest that took pretty much the majority of the game to do, we get a piece of Dudbear's gold. Was it worth it? It wasn't that much trouble, so I'm sure it wasn't too big of a deal. So now the very last thing that I want to do in the Topple area here requires that I head to the very first screen that you played as when in the Topple area as Duke, which was the one with the golden mana statue on it, the one that Niccolo fished Duke up in quite a while ago, so you might not remember it, but you might recognize it when we get there, so I'll meet you over there. Remember this place? Probably not, because it's nighttime, so it's going to be a little more difficult to remember, but this was the lake that Niccolo fished Duke up in, and after he fell down the waterfall. So now, if you remember from way back in the beginning of the game, you'll remember that I noted that there is a glint over there. Now, if you've seen any of my previous Sword of Mana videos, you'll know that the glints denote where geodes are located. Before, we couldn't get access to it, but now we can, because we have the Tiny Tapper. So let's use it right here, and we receive an Earth Geode over there. It's about damn time. I mean, seriously, could they have given it to us any later? We already found Kaz in Lorimar Castle. I was about to say Yaz, I don't know why. Does this wear off? Because if it doesn't, that'd be kind of weird. Now, the problem with that Earth Geode, I didn't want to get it until I got the Brownie Ring, because at times the Tiny Tapper can be kind of temperamental and it can be glitchy. I've actually had problems with that little area there where I couldn't actually get the Brownie Ring because I went to get that before I got the Brownie Ring, and it didn't work out so well. So now, I actually have one more errand to run before we head to where the 7th and final Wisp Spirit is. Don't worry, these errands once these errands are out of the way, we're pretty much free and clear to get this whole thing done, and then we can move on with the plot. I just wanted to take care of it now since we're already running errands all over the world. So, the place that I need to go in order to get this last errand done is the Altar of Time, way back in the Jad Desert. That's quite a long walk, so it might be a little while before I get there, but for you guys, we'll be there in right about now. It's been about 15 minutes of just straight up running, pretty much. I've been holding the B button down for almost 15 minutes straight in order to get back here. Because when you launch to this area from wherever you're launching to, you have to launch to the Manos Village Cannon, and that leaves you in the back of the Manos outskirts, which means you have to walk even farther. Whatever. Anyway, behind this mana statue, you may have noticed that there's a hole in the wall here that we couldn't do anything with before. But now that we have the Tiny Tapper, we can squeeze our way inside of the hole. So let's head inside and see what treasures await us. How did Duke get in here? He's not even small. Whatever. Oh look, a treasure trove! Awesome! Let's see what's in here. I love how she's not doing anything while she's tiny and it's still allowing her to open the treasures. Anyway, we got some Maya lead, we got some Dion wood. Boy, these would be more handy if they were, you know, actually we got them before this. We do get a black bone though, so that's a very good piece of equipment for Elena's staff. So that's probably worth the trip here. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm going to be using to forge Elena's staff with from now on, pretty much towards the end of the game. That's all I'm going to be using. Now, the thing is that if you use the magic rope to, you want to use the magic rope in order to get back to a previous mana statue, say the one that's in Manos Village, which I forgot to do. Damn. Anyway, if you wanted to do that, do not do it while you have the Tiny Tapper, because if you do so, you will never be able to use the Tiny Tapper again, because you can never wimp yourself if you use the magic rope while using the Tiny Tapper. I've tested this extensively, and it actually does not work, because I ran into a glitch on my test file with Duke, where that glitch happened to me, and I tested it afterwards to find out if it worked, and it did not work. No matter how many times I tried, no matter how many different ways I tried to work it, it still didn't work for me. So basically, don't do it. That's about it for the errands. So now, in order to get to the 7th Wisp, we need those 10 light coins, and we need to head back to Lorimar. In order to get to Lorimar, I need to get back to the cannon, which is going to take another 15 minutes of walking. So I will spare you the trouble and meet you in Calapeaks on the screen next to where we fought Malorus. So I'll just meet you guys over there then. And we are here. We are in the room just to the west of where we fought Malorus on the Calapeaks now. I kind of slid into the room, so my the beginning of my commentary was kind of stunted there, which is kind of weird. But anyway, if you come back here after defeating Malorus, you will notice that there is a new guy here. His name is Florent. Now, as you recall... Wow. What is he, a robot? Most of the time when you see only capital text, robots are the ones talking. But anyway, as you recall from earlier in this episode, it's been a couple days for me, so you probably would recall it better than I would. We grinded up 10 light coins in order to get these spirits. Now, the light coins were useful for the 6th spirit that we got at the Topple area. at the Cascade Cottage. But we didn't actually waste them. So, okay, I don't need a specific time of day or anything like that in order to do this with Florent. But anyway, we didn't actually use them when we got the Wisp at the Cascade Cottage. What we're going to use them for is for this crazy old guy who's talking about ice fields and rice fields. Okay. And he can produce spirits from thin air. I would think he'd be a magician, or something to that effect. An illusionist? Would that be it? I don't know. But anyway, yes, we are looking for a spirit. Okay, give me one. Which one do you have? Yeah, well, I have 10 of the light coins. In order to get this, you also need at least 3 Wisp spirits, so that's something else. But if you have 10 coins and 3 Wisps, then you can select light coins from this list. It's kind of like the geodes way back in Lorimar Castle with Kaz. So you select light coins, and congratulations, you've won a new car! No, actually, once you've collected the light coins, he gives us a Wisp, we give him the coins. So, now, as you will see right here, we have 7 Wisps, and that means that there is only 1 more in the world left. I'm going to use the magic rope now because I'm not Wimp, so I don't have to worry about glitching myself. In order to get back to the last statue I saved at Lorimar Castle. I probably should have saved somewhere else to make this traveling a little bit easier, but there's 1 more spirit to collect. And where are we going to find it? The solution is simpler than you might think. If you guessed the Cathedral at Dwendal, then congratulations, you have won. I don't know what you have won, but anyway, in order to get this 8th and final spirit, you have to visit the Wendel Cathedral on the night of the day of the spirit that you wish to collect. You also need to have 7 of the spirits, which we have right here. But as you can see, it is the night of the Mana holiday, and we have the 7 Wisps. So, in order to collect the 8th one, you have to go inside of the cathedral. Wow, it's pretty quiet in here. I guess Mass ended a little while ago, huh? Well, anyway, you have to go up to the main altar. I'm just checking the side altars to make sure there's nothing going on. You have to go up to this main altar, and you have to pray to the goddess up there. Now, this may take a few tries. It actually took me a couple of tries off screen before I got this little cutscene here. This is still live commentary. I'm not doing it post, but I actually did this off screen, and I didn't get it a couple of times that I did it, and I was like, what the hell? Why am I not getting it? So I just left the cathedral and came back, and then this happened. So let's see what happens. It's a mysterious voice. That's weird. What's it saying? Oh, happy music, except sad music at the same time. This is what the music way back at the scene with Duke and Elena in the North Glass Desert would have sounded like if I had left that music in. It's this whole bell symphony thing. It doesn't quite get as epic as the piano rendition, though, so that's why I put the piano rendition in that one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one a little bit more. But anyway, well, you know, we've been trying to do our best to save the world here. Oh, bless your hearts, darling. And thus the 8th spirit was saved. Yes, we have. You may access their hidden powers now. Now, what happens basically is this is the only recognition you get in the game of what the classes actually do before you get them. So, in order to access the hidden, essentially, power that the 8 spirits have, you need to be either a magician class or a sage class. Each magician and sage class, the final upgrade that is, because there's 8 final upgrades, has a secret hidden power that you can use when you become that class. In my case, or in Elena's case, I guess, she's already a bishop. So now, she can access the hidden power that the 8 wisps hold. In order to do that, you need to basically get all 8 of the wisps on the screen at once, and then cast it like you're casting a normal spell, and you will get the hidden attack that the 8 wisps will cause. You can only do this attack once per day, but it's insanely powerful, from what I understand. It also has a really cool animation to go with it. Each of the 8 spirit attacks has a cool animation to go with it. If you're looking for a guide for the other spirits, I can't really give you anything in this walkthrough because I can only get one type of spirit. I can only get 8 of one type of spirit at a time in this one. But I can point you again to the quest FAQ on GameFAQs. It's actually really, really helpful for this quest, and it's the very reason why I got through it as quickly as I did. I actually managed to get through this last part of it within, well, it's going to be a lot of minutes of footage for me because a lot of it is just walking, but once it's all edited out, I'm sure it'll be like 20-something minutes. So hopefully, this was helpful if you were looking for the 8 wisps. But now, we are going to move on with the plot. Yeah, thank God, huh? We didn't have to take as long as you guys may have thought we had to in order to get through this part. So anyway, let me just save my notes real quick here. And after crossing all that stuff out, there really isn't too much more now in the way of side quests. We still have to finish that side quest with the guy with the coins now. We have to finish the thing with the guy that wants the arrow light. And we have to upgrade to our ultimate weapons, which we will be doing after we move on with the plot. And I'll be taking care of that as Duke. So that will be. But I want to take care of this part as Elena, so that way we can kind of show off the ultimate spirit attack that we're going to get. We will not be showing that off yet, though. We will be showing that off when it's most appropriate. If you've played this game before, you may know what I'm talking about. If not, then we are heading to the sealed cave. That's all you need to know. So let us head there right now to move on with the plot. Waka Flocka.